Hello everyone, this is Trapro, and today I'm going to talk to you about vision insurance. Some things that I'm going to cover are: how does vision insurance work, what does my plan cover, and where can I find this information, how can I use it, and how do I maximize benefits. So I'm going to put a disclaimer in the description bar below, since if I just say it out loud it's going to take far too long. So just take a moment to read that if you do choose, and with that I'm just going to get started. So vision insurance is a separate insurance from your normal medical insurance. Vision insurance encompasses your vision needs like glasses and contacts to correct nearsightedness or farsightedness. If you have like a disease in your eye like cataracts or glaucoma, that's completely different. That's just your medical insurance. So how does vision insurance actually work? Insurance companies have networks, and the clinics that are affiliated with the insurance company are those in which you can actually use your insurance to its full capacity. If you go out of network, the insurance's benefits will not follow you in their entirety. So it's advantageous to go to their website and find a clinic that is in network and close by. So vision insurance will cover eye exams and refraction either in full or close to full, and it will also give you significant discounts on contacts and eyeglasses. And just very briefly, an eye exam is just a comprehensive exam to check the health of your eye, and a refraction is the actual test to see if you need glasses or contacts and to what degree. And contact lenses, there's a whole other process involved that may or may not be covered partially or in full by your insurance. So if you want to know exactly what your plan covers, you can ask your optician to do that for you. And an optician is just a person who deals with frames and lenses, and it's their job to do this. Really all you need is your social security number, and that's probably in your chart already. So this process, just go up to them and ask them. If they give you some crap about it, they're probably losers, but they'll do it for you. So this is the part of the process that you can find out what your plan is, and when you do this and you give them the social security number, the social will be for the person who primarily holds the plan. So if you're a minor, you should give them your parents' information because you'll be a dependent. So let's look at the plan in general. Before we can see exactly what the plan covers, we need to authorize benefits. And if you've already been authorized for an exam, we have to have a new authorization. And the new authorization will come with a new authorization number. And each claim for insurance is identified by a number. And so this new authorization is for materials, and the one you just got for exam is your exam. And these two are separate, and unfortunately you can't just carry it over. Once the optician has this information for you and they have authorized it, get them to print it out for you so you have your plan with you and you know exactly what it covers. So the first thing we can do is we can look at the kind of plan, and different plans have different features, different coverage amounts, and etc. So the first thing we can look at is the term of the plan, and it's usually broken up by a category like exam, contact lenses, frames, and lenses. And for each category, it's usually 12 to 24 months. And unfortunately, these terms can differ. So say you're authorized every 12 months for frames, but every 24 months for lenses. So and these benefits don't roll over. So it might be advantageous to you to consider and strategize when is the best time to get glasses, where you'll save the most money. Vision insurance, or at least the one that I'm familiar with, covers either glasses or contacts and not both. And so you have to choose if you want both of them. You can have both, but one of them you'll have to pay more out of pocket. The thing is that with contacts, the insurance is literally like a dollar amount that they'll give you towards your bill. So say your bill is $500, and they might deduct $200 from that. But with glasses, it's a dollar amount that they deduct. But there's discounts on the various add-ons to the glasses, and I'm going to make another video about how to choose your glasses and whatnot, but the point is that I highly recommend that if you use both contacts and glasses, to use your insurance on your glasses, since it goes a lot further and you'll be saving probably a lot more money, which is really good, right? So the next part of this video, I'm just gonna toss out some various numbers, and these percentage discounts are what I've experienced with Vision Service Plan. That's one particular brand. So they probably will not apply to your specific insurance, but just go with it, I guess. So say you have $200 that can go towards frames. So anything and anything over that amount is 20% off. So if you want a $300 frame, that's 300 minus 200, minus 20% of the overage, which is 100 minus 20%, so $80. So your $300 frame is now $80 out of pocket. And with glasses, the frame and lenses, they're separate entities, so this is just for the frame, so $80 for frames. And lenses, there are so many options, but just know that like the clinic itself will have their usual and customary prices, but in their pricing schedule, they will have the prices for the particular plan. And the thing to remember about these plans, say you have the VSP Signature plan. If you are at Clinic A and you see these prices and you're using your insurance for a VSP Signature, and you don't like the Clinic A and you go to Clinic B, the prices for VSP Signature will be the exact same. See, the plan, they have their set prices and they will not change going between offices, so just know that those prices will follow you around. Insurance plans pay, they cover the the most basic of options like single vision plastic and bifocal plastic, but for other kinds like multifocal and other materials besides just the basic plastic, you're going to have to pay some out of pocket, but these out of pocket prices will be probably very heavily discounted from the usual and customary. So let's talk about maximizing benefits. One way that you can maximize benefits is, say your spouse has a plan of their own. You can actually use your plan plus your spouse's plan. You can coordinate those benefits to save a lot more money. And the way you do this is you tell your optician, hey, my spouse has another plan, can I use it? And then give them their social. And then the optician will make sure they do this. They will call the insurance company and they will get a new authorization number, which they've probably written you up with your own plan first, but this new authorization number will authorize that they can deduct a certain dollar amount off of what you're going to pay. So they'll probably credit you with that amount later on. Another way you can take full advantage of your insurance is by buying multiple pairs of glasses. This is actually less absurd than it sounds. If you were thinking of buying prescription sunglasses or plain old non-prescription sunglasses, maybe buy them on the same day. Even if you've used your insurance for the year already, you can get a 20% discount on the final price of the second pair of glasses that you buy. However, if you buy it on the same exact day, it's a 30% discount. And mind you, this is VSP specific, but you get the picture. Another thing to remember is that non-prescription sunglasses are typically not covered by themselves. However, these secondary benefits do apply. Another instance of this is if you need a distance pair of glasses and a close-up, like reading glasses. You can buy them on the same day and receive a heavier discount on the price. The last thing is the copay, and a copay is a payment that you just have to pay every time a medical service is accessed. The thing about a copay is that you might have to pay two, one for the exam, one for the materials, which is the glasses. The materials copay is going to be defined on the printout that you got from your optician. Some people have no copay, some people pay $20. It varies, so please don't throw a tantrum about it. And the real last thing I'm going to talk about is other ways you can get discounts on glasses. If you're a state employee, this can apply to you. If you have flexible spending dollars through work or your credit card, this can also apply to you. Flexible spending goes away at the end of the year, so make sure you jump on it when you get the chance. The thing about these systems is usually you can submit an itemized receipt of your out-of-pocket payments and the people will reimburse you for some of it. Additionally, there is Medicare, and there are many clinics that take Medicare, and those clinics can be found by searching Medicare's website. If you don't have your vision insurance through your work and your eyesight is pretty bad, then I implore you to think about getting some vision insurance. I'm not affiliated with VSP or any VSP network clinic at the moment, but seriously, it will pay for itself very quickly, and I'm not even joking here. Finally, ask any and all questions. Have opticians make phone calls on your behalf and double check everything so your money stays in your wallet. Have opticians go over the charges with you, have them explain things, because that's really just their job. The more you know about where your money is going, how it's going to be spent, the better off you are, and that really just applies to everything. And I hope this was informative to some degree, and maybe this will save you money.